here now for our first check on weather. Joining us live tonight from Old Market Square, day one of Fringe kicks off today.
Yeah, the big night happens tonight, Heather. The 24th annual Fringe Festival has officially begun. We're down here live at Old Market Square enjoying the entertainment. Bands have been performing all night. We got some Winnipeggers enjoying the shows. It goes till around midnight. A couple more bands are slated to take the stage, of course. This is just a preview of 150 acts slated to perform at this year's Fringe Festival, and I actually have one of those performers joining me for a little quick chat. It's Garth Merkley from Hot Thespian Action. This is the 5th year they'll be performing at the Fringe. You guys last year were top earners, so we'll probably sell a show. What's the show all about this year?
Well, it's a best of show. We do sketch comedy, and we ask the audience who have seen us before vote for their favorite sketches that they like, and it's a collection of all of those. So it's the cream of the crop of everything we've done so far.
So which venue are you guys going to be performing at?
We're at M2IP at the Forks, which is venue 9. It's the Shaw Performing Arts Center is technically what it's called. At the Forks. It's a really great venue, nice and big with air conditioning and good parking and stuff like that. So.
And you guys are our local group from Winnipeg. You're also outside of the Fringe Festival. You're working on a TV pilot show, is that right?
Yeah. That's our next step. We're raising money for our pilot right now. We have a goal of earning $10,000, and so far we've already raised over $6,000 on our pilot. And that money will go towards eventually producing a pilot to hopefully have a TV show. So
awesome. Well, good luck with that. If you guys want info on Hot Thespian Action, check out their website, hotthespianaction.com. Let's switch gears and talk about the weather. Beautiful night to be down here tonight. Let's check out the satellite radar. Just some light clouds moving through southeastern Manitoba. Heavier cloud cover in the southwest right now. They could actually see some scattered showers move through. Over the next 12 hours here in Winnipeg, we will notice some light clouds rolling through. The coldest we're going to see is going to sit around 15 degrees. By tomorrow, warming up to a high of around 26 here in Winnipeg. We'll start to notice some clouds rolling in towards the afternoon. It looks like we could see some rain tomorrow night. I'll have your full forecast coming up in a few minutes. Heather?
Okay, Craig, have fun out there. As Craig mentioned, there are 150 shows to check out at Fringe, and when it comes to which ones to check out, word of mouth has gotten a lot faster and easier. In fact, organizers are encouraging Fringers to tweet or Facebook a review the moment you experience a show. Here's to Craig Larkins is back now with your full Sky Tracker forecast. He's taken a second away from dancing in Old Market Square to do full weather for us.
How did you know I was dancing, Heather? Yeah, beautiful night down here. Old Market Square. Again, it is the 24th annual kickoff, or the kickoff to the 24th annual Winnipeg Fringe Festival. Check out winnipegfringe.com for more information on all the performers and schedules right now. Some Winnipeggers enjoying free entertainment down here at Old Market Square. It's going on till around 11:30. Lots of bands still set to take the stage. This will be the scene every day as the Fringe is going on. So they got food and the beer gardens down here added to the entertainment. Beautiful night. Let's take a look at the future cast. Just some light clouds moving through the southwest right now. Throughout the day tomorrow, though, the story will change. We'll remain nice and warm, but we'll start to notice an increase in clouds throughout the day, and there's a chance of some scattered showers Thursday into Friday, but the bulk of that shower activity will actually hit the central part of the province. They're going to be the hardest hit. They could see some thunderstorms roll through. Some of that shower activity could actually creep into southeastern Manitoba Thursday night into Friday, but by Friday afternoon, we'll see all that cloud cover clear out, and into the weekend, it looks like we'll see an overall dry weekend for the most part. Now, daytime highs for tomorrow. Let's check out the daytime highs. They'll warm up from where we sat today, sitting around 26 degrees. That is bang on for this time of year. We'll see an overall sunny Thursday, but the clouds will start to roll in towards tomorrow afternoon. Doesn't look like we're going to see any rain, though. Southwestern Manitoba, different story. Could start the day with a few spotty showers, but temps will remain nice and warm. All that cloud cover should start to clear out tomorrow afternoon. Further north we go, things do get a tad unsettled. Risk of those thunderstorms popping up tomorrow afternoon and the Paw, and that's also the case for the Flin Flon area. Chance of some thunderstorms rolling through, while the rest of the region will enjoy an overall sunny day. Now back here in Winnipeg, things will really heat up this weekend. Friday we hit the 30 mark under sunny skies, and we have a pair of 32s for Saturday and Sunday. Now there is a system slated to move through northern Manitoba over the weekend, and it could make things a bit unstable here in southern Manitoba, so we could see some thunderstorms develop Saturday night, but overall a hot July weekend ahead of us, a sizzling one, a scorching one, where all temperatures will sit about 6 degrees above the normal for this time of year. That is your Sky Tracker forecast.
SkyTracker weather is brought.
So Heather, we can't stress enough, 150 acts performing at this year's festival. Check out winnipegfringe.com to see which show you want to go to.
Okay, and you have fun tonight. Thanks, Craig. Craig joining us from Old Market Square tonight for day one of Fringe.
I think we should make him dance later.
The Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival heads into its first weekend tonight. Dozens of performers at dozens of venues. Go to our website to get all the information. Where do you possibly begin? CBC's Joff Schmidt comes in with an answer. Here are some of his Fringe recommendations.
Hi there, Joff Schmidt from the CBC Fringe Review crew, here with some picks if you're headed out fringing this weekend. Number one is a pick if you're a fan of musicals or Jane Austen or just of having fun. It's a show called I Love You Because, and it uses Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice as its starting point, but gives it a modern musical twist. It's by an all-local cast who are fabulous, it's an off-Broadway musical, and it's a lot of fun.
We'll strike before they rectify you. Yes.
I Love You Because next show is Saturday at 4:30. Another show I'd recommend that has a historical and kind of musical bent is the Donnelly Sideshow. Now, this uses the massacre of the Donnelly clan in the 1880s as its starting point, but blends folk storytelling with folk music to tell that story.
Like a woman,
History buffs certainly will enjoy it. The Donnelly Sideshow, next show is Saturday at 7 o'clock. And finally, if you like your comedy dark, Criminal Genius by George F. Walker is recommended. He's Canada's master of dark comedy. And this one is about a group of criminals who are really not such geniuses, but it's got a strong local cast. And again, if you like comedy in a slightly darker vein, you'll probably enjoy Criminal Genius.
I am Cancer. You have vaulted me, exalted me to the zenith of my current fame. Can I get an amen?
Next show tonight at 8:45. Those are your picks for this weekend. Go to cbc.ca/Winnipeg Fringe for more.
Well, organizers expect more than 7,000 people to head down to the Fringe Festival this weekend, so definitely take water and sunscreen. Plus, there are some street closures to tell you about. King Street between Bannatyne and William is now closed until 6 a.m. Monday. The streets of Arthur and Albert between Bannatyne and McDermott will be closed throughout the festival.
The heat wave continues here in Manitoba, and it's making for quite the start to this year's Fringe Festival. The weather held up for people watching some of the free Fringe performances at Old Market Square. Organizers say official numbers won't be available until Monday, but so far, attendance is strong, thanks in part to the warmer than usual temperatures. Still, some seasoned Fringe goers say beating the heat can be a challenge.
Outside, it's pretty bad, and then if you go to a play that has air conditioning in it, it's not as bad, but it is hard though. Yeah.
You know, it's only an hour show. If it's warm, I think you can survive, especially when there's beer afterwards.
Yes, cooling off in a beer tent with a cold one is a favorite Fringe pastime for many. Organizers say if you are worried about the heat, take comfort. 22 of the 24 venues at the Fringe are air conditioned. The festival continues all this week until July 24th.
On CBC News Winnipeg.
It was a very hot weekend everywhere, but especially at the Winnipeg Fringe Festival. Hot weather, hot ticket sales. Indoor attendance records have been broken on 3 of the 5 days so far of the festival. More than 33,000 tickets sold. CBC's Joff Schmidt has been taking in some of the dozens of performances going on at the Fringe. Here are some of his favorites.
Hi there, I'm Joff Schmidt from the CBC Fringe Review crew. Our crew has now seen all 150 shows at the festival, and I'm here with some picks if you're out fringing tonight. Now first, I recommend a show called This is Cancer. As you might guess from the title, a very daring show, and I have to say it works. It's a very daring performance by Bruce Horak, who actually personifies cancer in the show, but it delivers some laughs, but also great emotional depth. This is Cancer, highly recommended. Next show for that tonight at 8:15. If you're looking for something a bit lighter, I recommend a show called Alphonse, which is by the master Canadian playwright Wajdi Mouawad. It's a great script and a wonderful performance by Alon Nashman in this story of childhood colliding with adulthood. Plus, there's a popcorn shower near the end of the show.
The closed shutters painted the room a thick jelly black. The storm was magnificent. Alphonse was very thirsty. The kitchen was far away, very far away. Between the kitchen and Alphonse lay the hallway, and in the hallway, anything could happen.
See it to believe it. Alphonse is running Tuesday through Saturday this week at 5:30. And finally, if you're looking for something just for the kids, African Folktales with Eric Duvall is highly recommended. South African storyteller is absolutely wonderful. He keeps the kids captivated. Go see African Folktales. Next show for that tomorrow at 12:45. Those are my picks for today. I'll be back later in the week with more.
Tonight, it's hot out there still.
Yes.
32 is the current temperature. You factor in that humidex, it feels like it's 36. This is a live shot of Old Market Square. Some people enjoying free entertainment at Old Market Square for the Fringe Festival. If you are enjoying beverages tonight, rotate.
The Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival continues to grow. Through yesterday, the festival has sold just over 33,000 tickets. That number is up from last year when 32,425 tickets were sold. Organizers say the good weather could play a part in the numbers, but having air-conditioned venues definitely helps as well. The festival features more than 150 plays, as well as kids' activities and a free main stage at Old Market Square. It runs until July 24th.
And Craig has stepped out into that heat, taking in Fringe Fest, which is in full swing. And Craig, the number is actually looking really good after the weekend.
Yeah, Heather, the heat is not keeping people away from this year's Fringe Festival. We're down here at Old Market Square. Again, free entertainment all night long. Lots of people down here. We're at the halfway point of the Fringe Festival. Organizers are confident they'll smash last year's total attendance numbers. This year's festival kicked off with a bang. More than 4,100 tickets were sold opening day. That's up 18% from 2010. Indoor attendance records have also been broken on 3 of the 5 days so far. Through the first weekend, just over 33,000 Fringers have taken in a show, 600 more than this time last year. So you can see people are still down here at Fringe Central, I'm calling it, Old Market Square, enjoying the free bands and free shows all night long. The weather is cooperating. Let's switch gears and talk about the weather. Check out the satellite radar. Skies have cleared out here in Winnipeg. We're just seeing some light clouds floating through southern Manitoba. Further north, things will get a bit unstable. We could see some actually thunderstorms spark up in the Paw area and further east to Norway House. Now it's going to be a warm overnight. Temps will only cool down to the 20 mark. Normally we should drop to around 13 degrees this time of year. The heat wave continues tomorrow with temps climbing near 35 degrees here in southeastern Manitoba. Some areas further north in the Interlake could peak the 37 mark. It's going to be a windy one. The winds from the south 20 to 30 kilometers per hour. So again, Fringe Festival is running all week long, Heather. You can check out performing schedules at winnipegfringe.com. There's still plenty of time to check out the shows. And again, free entertainment down here all night till around 11:30, and it's running every day of the week. Heather?
Okay, thanks, Craig. Sounds like it's going to be warm for all of those days that remain. We'll check in with you a little bit later. Well, Craig's back with your full Sky Tracker forecast. Too hot for him to stay indoors. He needed to check out Fringe, and it looks like he's having a great time out there.
Yes, Heather, you need to enjoy summer while it lasts because we know how brutally cold the winter gets here. Fringe Fest organizers are actually helping people keep cool. They've actually installed a couple mist sprinklers. There's about 3 of them, and you can jump under them if you're feeling the heat. I saw a couple of people earlier using them this evening. Again, yeah, we reached around 33 degrees here in Winnipeg. Didn't break a record. The record is around 34, set back in 1923. But tonight, we could actually see some rain move through northern Manitoba. Let's take a look at the futurecast. We'll see a front swing through for the overnight, but it's going to be northern Manitoba that'll see the rain associated with that disturbance. Here in the south, we'll just notice some light clouds moving through. By tomorrow afternoon, you can see nothing but sunshine across the province. But by Wednesday morning, we'll see the return of rain with a chance of some early morning thunderstorms sparking up in central and southwestern Manitoba. That front is slated to swing through southeastern Manitoba Wednesday afternoon. That's when we could see thunderstorm activity here in Winnipeg. Now, the good news is it's part of a fast-moving system. Starts to break down and clear out by Wednesday evening, and by Thursday, we're back to sunshine. Now, if you thought today was hot, prep yourself for tomorrow. Daytime highs will hover around 35 degrees. That's a full 10 degrees above the normal for this time of year. When you factor in the humidex values, it could feel closer to 40 degrees right across southern Manitoba. 35 is also the number for the southwest. By tomorrow afternoon, you're going to see winds from the southwest, 20 to 30 km. And don't forget to feed or keep about your pets. Keep them nice and cool. Give yourself some water and give some water to them. Central Manitoba will also crack 30 degrees tomorrow. You'll start the day with a bit more cloud cover and a chance of showers, but conditions should start to clear up towards the afternoon. Flin Flon will also see a cloudy start today with temps in the north tomorrow a tad more bearable than here in southern Manitoba. They'll be sitting in the low 20s. Hottest it's going to get is around 28 up there. Back here in Winnipeg, Wednesday's the day we'll see the return of rain and the chance of thunderstorms rolling through. You can see temps remaining around the 30 mark, but conditions will be less humid than what we've been seeing over the past couple days. By the weekend, it looks like we'll return to hot and sunny conditions. That's your Sky Tracker forecast. All right, I got some free stuff for you tonight. It's a pair of movie passes to Cowboys and Aliens. Call the number on your screen or visit globalwinnipeg.com for your chance to enter to win. So Heather, 35 seems to be the number across south tomorrow, so it's going to be another hot one.
Okay, so we will be prepared. Thanks very much, Craig. Very humid out there. And Craig's here now for our first look at weather, and still hot out there at this hour, Craig.
Yeah, the current temperature actually right now, Heather, is around 26 degrees. People are loving it, though. Old Market Square is full of people still. The last band has officially taken the stage. They'll be wrapping up in about half an hour. But again, free concerts all week long. So head on down here. The festival so far has already been a success. On day one, 4,100 tickets were sold alone. Over the weekend, just over 33,000 Fringers have taken in a show. That's 600 more than this time last year. So the heat is not keeping people away. They're out here and enjoying it, enjoying all the performance. Let's talk about weather and take a look at the satellite radar. The skies have completely cleared out in southern Manitoba. Nothing but clear skies down here at Old Market Square. That'll change for the overnight. A front will swing through northern Manitoba, producing some scattered showers. We could see some of that light cloud cover here in southern Manitoba. It is going to be a warm overnight. Temps will only cool down to the 20 mark. Normally we should drop to around 13 for the overnight this time of year. And the heat wave continues tomorrow. Temperatures will climb near the 35-degree mark. It's going to be a windy one, though. We'll see winds from the southwest 20 to 30 kilometers per hour. So with that temperature, though, that's without the humidity. Humidex value is closer to 40 throughout the day, Heather. So again, take those precautions, drink lots of water, and stay indoors if you need to.
Okay, thanks, Craig. Good advice. And that breeze will probably be a welcome one tomorrow. Well, Craig's back with your full Sky Tracker forecast at a very successful Fringe festival. Are you sweating out there, Craig?
It's still so hot out here, Heather. Yeah, it's about 26 degrees, but it's bearable. The sun has set, so things are starting to cool down out here. And you know, another hot one ahead of us tomorrow. If you can take the heat, Fringe Festival has set up a huge bike rack down here on McDermott, so you can head on down here, head your bike, but pack plenty of water for the ride. Again, the party is continuing on down here at Old Market Square, and these kids are hopping in the old sprinklers that they have set up throughout the day to keep you nice and cool. Again, free entertainment all week long, so enjoy it while you can. Again, the Fringe is a huge success this year. Let's take a look at the weather. Futurecast, we're going to fast forward to tomorrow morning. Skies clear right out across the province tomorrow. A sunny day. Enjoy it. It's going to be a hot one. But by Wednesday morning, we'll see the return of rain with a chance of some early morning thunderstorms sparking up in central and southwestern Manitoba. That front is slated to swing through southeastern Manitoba Wednesday afternoon. That's when we could see some thunderstorm activity here in Winnipeg and the rest of the southeastern Manitoba. Now the good news is it is a fast-moving system, starts to break down and clear out by Thursday, and we are back to sunshine. Now if you thought today was hot, tomorrow is then going to be even hotter. 34 is the number here in Winnipeg. Further north, it looks like Gimli will crack the 36 mark. All these temperatures are about 10 degrees above the normal for this time of year. These are the numbers without the humidity. Humidex values will be around the 40 range throughout the day again tomorrow. That'll be also the case for southwestern Manitoba. 35 is also the number for most of that region. Central Manitoba will also crack 30 degrees tomorrow, and things will start to clear up towards the afternoon. And Flin Flon will also see a cloudy start to the day, but temps in the north will be a tad more bearable tomorrow, sitting in the low 20s. Now back here in Winnipeg, again, Wednesday's the day we'll see the return of rain and that chance of some thunderstorms rolling through. Temps will remain pretty steady around the 30 mark for the remainder of the week, and as we head towards Friday, it looks like we could see more showers move through. By the weekend, though, things clear up and we're back to sunshine here in Winnipeg.
SkyTracker.
So Heather, once again, this is the last band of the night. They're going to wrap up in about 10-15 minutes. But again, bands all week long. And if you want more info on the festival, check out winnipegfringe.com.
Okay, thanks, Craig. And as you said, very successful already this weekend. So lots more coming up for the next several days, which is good news.
Okay, so we know it's hot out there, but you can still get out and enjoy the Winnipeg Fringe Festival. CBC is your home for all your Fringe Festival news and reviews. Just go to our website, cbc.ca/Manitoba. Look for the Fringe link. You can hear reviews every day on CBC Radio 1's Up to Speed, starting at 3 o'clock, and also here on CBC News at 5, 5:30, and 6. Remember, most of the venues are air-conditioned. What a dramatic, and we're not the only ones dealing with this unbearable heat. It's like this through much of our country right now. Here's Cameron McIntosh on how we're dealing with one of the most intense heat waves in recent memory.
8:30 a.m., 34 degrees. On top of this asphalt, it's probably closer to 60.
She's warm. When you add the sun and everything to it, it's probably twice as hot.
With a full work day ahead, you do anything to keep cool.
It's a scorcher out here, man. Can't take it.
With the humidity, temperatures across the prairies feel more like 40 degrees. Enough for this roofing crew to pack it in.
Way better than on the roof. Way better.
That same heat is responsible for a storm that dropped baseball-sized hail in central Saskatchewan and is setting heat records across Manitoba, including Winnipeg, where even the devil would sell his soul for a sprinkler.
It's a little warmer up here than where I'm used to, but hell.
We've got this high pressure system basically sitting right across the center of North America, and it's acting like a heat pump, just spinning up tropical air. So it's moist and it's hot.
And it's moving east. It's already blistering in Toronto, and it's only going to get hotter. The forecast for Thursday is 38 degrees before the humidity. Health officials are issuing warnings.
Try and rearrange your activities to cooler parts of the day, either in the morning or once it's past about 4 or 5.
While it's expected to stay hot in Ontario, it is expected to cool on the prairies, but not by much. Forecasters are now saying it will be a hotter than average summer in most parts of Canada well into September. Cameron McIntosh, CBC News, Regina.
Watch that just popped up as well. But right now, though, it is hot. The heat wave continues here in southern Manitoba. Current temperature in Winnipeg right now is 33. There's a live shot, Old Market Square, one of many festivals going on this week. That is, of course, the Fringe Festival. And tomorrow, the Gimli Film Festival.
150 shows. Which ones are at the top of the heap? Well, the CBC Fringe review crew has gone through and tabulated the results. The best of the Big Top Fringe coming up tonight on CBC News Winnipeg.
You know, there's still plenty of time to take in the great performances at the Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival. Today, the festival announced its Best of the Fest plays, which earn an extra showing on Sunday. Here's CBC's Josh Schmidt with some of his favorites.
150 shows at the Fringe Festival. How do you choose which one? Well, the scheduling board helps, but cbc.ca/Winnipeg Fringe has reviewed all 150 of these shows. I'm Josh Schmidt from the CBC Fringe review crew, and I've got a few picks for you for tonight. First off, a show called Dying Hard. Now, if you're looking for a drama at the Fringe, you won't do much better than this. This show tells the story of fluorospar miners in Newfoundland and the absolutely horrific effects of their work. It is not light material, but it's a wonderful one-woman performance by Michaela Dyke. Go see Dying Hard. Next show is tonight at 7:30. Now, if you are looking for something a bit lighter, I can recommend a couple of musicals. First, the Great American Trailer Park Musical. Now, this is one that moves beyond the stereotypes of the trailer park to create a show that is fun and funny and great musical comedy. It's got a solid 4-piece band, a cast who deliver on the laughs, Great American Trailer Park Musical is great. Next show's tomorrow at 7:30. And finally, I'd recommend Hedwig and the Angry Inch, a musical that's a bit edgier. It's the story of an East German transvestite whose music career is on the skids, but it's also very funny. It's got a great rock soundtrack, and the lead is fantastic.
Whiskey and French cigarettes, a motorbike with high-speed jets, a water pick, a greasy line, a hypoallergenic dog. Oh, I want all the lunches numbered on an age, every item on every page in the Lillian Vernon catalog.
Hedwig and the Angry Inch is highly recommended. Next show tonight at 8 o'clock. Those are your picks for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow with some more.
Great, Geoff. Thank you. CBC is your home for all your Fringe Festival news and reviews. Go to our website, cbc.ca/Manitoba, and look for the Fringe link. You can also hear reviews every day on Up to Speed on CBC Radio 1. It starts at 3 in the afternoon, and we'll also have them for you here on CBC News at 5, 5:30, and 6.
We saw that front swing through, Heather, and we're going to see some cold air from behind moving in from the west, but that's going to mean the wind's going to be kicking it up 40 to 60 K right now, though. 31 degrees in Winnipeg. Nice and hot out there. The sun is still shining here in the Winnipeg. Not the case, though, further north of the city. They're still seeing.
The Winnipeg Fringe Festival is in full swing in the city. Tonight, we take you to one of 150 shows featured during this year's Big Top Fringe. How about an old-fashioned burlesque show? Fabulous Miss Rosie Dates is playing Tom Hendry Theatre at the MTC warehouse. The creators call it an entertaining exploration of burlesque, which forces the audience to look at their attitudes about erotica, freedom of expression, feminism, and their own body image. The Fringe Festival runs until July 24th. More information on showtimes and prices can be found at winnipegfringe.com.
Good morning, welcome back to BT. John Kendall joining us with a look inside the latest edition of Uptown Magazine. We want to talk about Fringe because it's quickly wrapping up. And the thing with Fringe is there's so many shows, so we need someone to kind of be our guide in that youth day.
Absolutely. And what we've done in Uptown this week is we have provided the best of the Fringe so far, is what we call it. 2 pages, dozen reviews, all of the 5-star shows that we have reviewed at uptownmag.com over the past week or so. And there's been a lot of really good stuff.
So the 2 pages taken up mostly with the return, with one title. The Return of the Revenge of the Son of the Bride of Macabre Tales of Horror and Macabreness to Satan's
Boogaloo by Puppy in Pants Productions. Puppy in Pants Productions is a guy named George McRobb, who is infamous for these lengthy titles of his shows. And essentially what he does is he takes popular cultural themes from television, movies, etc., and adapts them with a horror bent and puts them together as a series of sketch comedy things. And this apparently was absolutely hilarious this year. Comedy has been very big at the festival this year. One of the hot up-and-coming acts in Winnipeg in terms of improvisational theater over the past couple of years is a group called Hot Thespian Action. 2 guys, 2 girls, Hot Thespian Action.
Gotcha,
yes,
yeah.
they're doing a show called Show of Hands, which is sort of the best of their sketch comedy and improvisational stuff. And again, it's had people in stitches and rolling in the aisles.
Very cool.
And very quickly, the last one that is doing incredibly well at the Fringe Festival this year is Sound and Fury's Doc Faustus. Now, Sound and Fury are an LA-based company which tours across Fringe festivals all around North America.
Okay.
Very professional. And they're doing the Christopher Marlowe's tale of Faustus, who sells his soul to the devil, as set in Texas, hence Doc Faustus, like Doc Holliday.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, really cool.
One of the other neat things going on is the...
Every time I look at you, I go blind. Every time I look at you, I go blind. Every time I look at you, I go blind. Every time I look at you, I go blind. In the morning I get up and I try to feel alive, but I can't. Every time I look at you, I go blind. I don't know what it is, something.
And if you're staying at home for your vacation, there's lots to do. The Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival is heading into its final weekend. Our critic Geoff Schmidt will show you more of his favorites to help you pick which shows to see. You're watching CBC News, Winnipeg. The Fringe Theatre Festival continues in Winnipeg. Here's our CBC reviewer, Geoff Schmidt, with what you need to catch at the Fringe.
Well, the CBC review crew has seen every single show at the festival, so we decided to put together a little best of Fringe list. Here are a few of the things that are on it. For Best Musical, we picked Hysteria. This is a wonderful musical by two great local writers, Sharon Bajer and Joseph Aragon. It also features an all-star local cast.
But I wouldn't worry, I'd say to the jury that hell hath no fury. Like a woman,
It's not to be missed for musical fans, but Hysteria is selling out shows, so get tickets early. Also, for Best Female Performance, we picked a show I talked about earlier in the week called Dying Hard.
And he said, "You're not allowed in, you're drunk." We said, "Well, I can't help that. I want to go in the club. I can't see any reason why I can't." So we argued and argued. After a while, I said, "Listen, there's only one way to settle this up. Come on outside."
Michaela Dyke plays Newfoundland miners and their wives beautifully. She does a half dozen characters and does them all wonderfully. If you're looking for a great performance, go see Dying Hard. And finally, a show that we almost picked for Best Comedy, but we did pick it for Best Car Chase in a Fringe show. It's called Rogue Cop, and it's a spoof of the tough cop genre.
You see, this year, I'm loading this gun and I'm pulling the trigger on fun. I'm slapping the cuffs on disappointment and I'm reading mediocrity its rights.
It's really funny, and if you are looking for the best car chase in a Fringe show, go see it. Well, the rest of the list is at cbc.ca/Manitoba Scene. You can check that out. I'm going to go check out some more shows.
He's working so hard for you. CBC is your home for all Fringe Festival news and reviews. Go to our website, cbc.ca. You can go /Fringe or /Manitoba and look for the Fringe link. You can also hear reviews every day on CBC Radio 1's Up to Speed. It starts at 3 o'clock, and also here on CBC News, which starts at 5.
Okay, but Fringe Festival is winding down. It is the final weekend for the festival. 28 is the number right now in Winnipeg. And again, we are seeing, see those trees just shaking down there. Wind 30 to 50K. Will start to calm down for the overnight. It will remain, though, from the northwest tomorrow. So that's why things are...
Want to know a secret?
A look at another Fringe show. This one's great for the kids. Details next.
If you think the Winnipeg Fringe Festival is just for adults, think again. Tonight we take you to a show especially for kids.
Want to know a secret? I was the one who hid the wrapper in the container. I wanted to make ants. Well, I wanted an ant farm, and my mom said I couldn't have one, and she also said leaving garbage on the floor made ants. This is my closet.
Kyle's Pile is about a boy who isn't very neat. He likes to cheat when it comes to cleaning up his room until his pile of stuff reaches the sky. Kyle's Pile, say that fast, is being performed at the School of Contemporary Dance on Bannatyne. There are shows Friday and Sunday afternoon.
Well, it's now day 7 of the Winnipeg Fringe Festival, and there's still plenty of entertainment to catch over the next few days. The Hysteric is a terrifying comedy in this year's Fringe lineup. The show was selected as one of this year's Best of the Fest. That's a list of this year's most popular shows. Your last chance to catch all of the favorites will be this Sunday when the Fringe wraps up.
It's a dark comedy, and we're 2 people playing 15 characters, so it's very, very physical, non-stop, big costumes, big set, moving things, and I think people like that exciting element.
Speaking of arts in Manitoba, the Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival wraps up this weekend. And this has been a great year with many of the venues setting attendance records. Don't forget you can go to our website to see reviews for all the best shows. Maybe some of the shows you'll want to skip as well, so you know. Go to cbc.ca/Manitoba, click on the link to the Fringe Festival. It runs until Sunday.
It's a combination of music and comedy as an Australian actor presents his show at the Fringe.
Hi guys, it's Zach here again, just doing the audio commentary on the audio commentary. I meant to just play a song, but I didn't realise the guitar was going to be out of tune, but this time I sort of got it under control, and now I've got a song ready.
Zach Adams figures that if you can't laugh at yourself, you may as well let an audience do it. His show is called Love Songs for a Future Girl, a comedy cabaret about love, loss, heartbreak, and growing bad ginger beards. You can catch it at Cinematheque on Arthur. There are shows tonight and tomorrow afternoon.
The curtain has closed in this year's Fringe Festival. The last show took place at 9 tonight on the outdoor stage. Yesterday, a record 9,500 Fringe goers enjoyed indoor shows. Despite extreme heat last week, organizers are pleased with the turnout.
We started off really strong. Tuesday was a bit of a drop because it was just so hot. But we're now on record pace to set an indoor record this year and hopefully an outdoor record as well.
Saying farewell to the Fringe, but boy, has it been fun.
It just continues to grow year on year.
And tonight in CTV Sports.
It's been 10 days of fun and fantastic entertainment, but today it was time to say farewell to the Fringe.
The Fringe has been great. You know, it's really, I think, the best Fringe in Canada, and I've been to a lot of Fringes.
Now that's pretty high praise from one of the out-of-town performers at the Fringe. Organizers say by 2 p.m. the festival was about 3,000 ticket sales away from setting a new Fringe attendance record. While indoor shows, attendance at indoor shows was strong, the outdoor shows did suffer a bit because of the heat wave earlier this week.
The real problem we had early on with the heat wave was on the outdoor site. It was a little too hot come Monday, Tuesday for many people to come out and spend the whole day. But we still had some great crowds in the evening when it cooled off a little bit. And today, closing day, beautiful day to come out and see some Fringe Festival.
Now there were a few final shows tonight. Meantime, final numbers should be out in the next few days.
The Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival has broken its attendance record once again. Close to 88,000 people attended Fringe plays this year. That's up roughly 1,100 tickets from last year. Organizers say another highlight this year was selling more than 9,500 indoor tickets on a single day. First time ever they've done that. These record numbers are despite a major heat wave during the week. Organizers are already excited about next year's Fringe Festival, which marks the 25th anniversary of the Winnipeg Fringe.
Thanks, Mitch. Still ahead on Prime News. Another year done, another record smashed. Hear just how well Fringe 2011 performed. This year's Fringe Festival has turned out to be the most successful to date. The 24th edition has smashed several records. In all, $630,000 in revenue was returned to performers. It's more than 1,200 performances that were scattered across 24 venues. This year's numbers marks the 5th straight year that Fringe has broken attendance records. Now here's a look at the numbers. More than 87,800 tickets were sold during the 12-day event. That's an increase of more than 1,100 from last year. And in total, 121 shows were sold out.
We're always attracting new Fringers. You'd think that after 24 years, you know, people that know about the Fringe are going to come out. But every year, we have first-timers experiencing for the very first time and getting hooked, seeing one show, 2 shows, all of a sudden it's 10 shows. And we've got our regulars that buy their buddy passes.
And those numbers were despite the scorching hot temperatures. There were some 45-degree days there with the humidity.
It was just unbearable. It was so hot and sunny, so that's great to see so many people came out and supported.
They did. They turned out, but we're troopers. We can do -40, +40, so we know that. We're back at 11. We will see you then. Have a great night.
I like to play.
Another Fringe Festival is in the history books. Why this year will go down as a record breaker.
It was a record-breaking year for the Winnipeg Fringe Festival. Organizers report the theater festival yielded the highest ticket sales in Fringe history and broke attendance records several times. More than 87,000 tickets were sold for indoor performances. There were 120 sellouts. The Fringe Festival will celebrate its 25th anniversary next year from July 18th to the 29th.
Hey, and remember, we're heading into the final weekend for the Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival. Remember, CBC is home for all your Fringe news and reviews. Go to our website, cbc.ca/Manitoba. Look for the Fringe link. Our reviewers have seen all the shows now, and they've got them all there. You can also hear reviews every day on CBC Radio 1, up to speed, starting at 3, and also here on CBC News at 5, 5:30, and 6.
Yeah, last weekend already. Boy, that was fast.
Yeah, it goes quickly, eh?
But
So you
if
gotta
you
get out and
study
enjoy
some
it.
of our information, you can get to the right ones.
Yes, you can. Bye.
Prime Prime News, Vikings took over the Exchange District today. We explain what all the roaring was about next. It was a chance to embrace your inner Viking this afternoon in the Exchange District. Crowd members were invited to give their best Viking roar to kick off the upcoming Icelandic Festival of Manitoba. To win honorary Viking status, you had to also dress in traditional Viking garb, take a shot of vodka, and sample some hard fish. There was also a bit of Viking brawling going on that broke out, and this year's festival celebrates 122 years, making it Manitoba's oldest festival.
What we're trying to do is really share a little bit of Icelandic culture with everybody from Winnipeg and Manitoba. We have visitors from all over North America, and we have lots of folks coming from Iceland. We have Icelandic choirs, Icelandic relatives, Icelandic friends, and just tourists coming here to Manitoba.
The Icelandic Festival of Manitoba takes place in Gimli starting on July 29th, which will be a lot of fun and very cool.
That's the long weekend, right?
Yes.
Hopefully the weather holds out.
Yeah, rare sight in the Exchange today. Why all these people are wearing Viking helmets.
That's right. Some people in Winnipeg were encouraged to embrace their inner Viking today.
Eastland digga dogrin, Eastland digga dogrin, Eastland digga dogrin.
Say that 3 times. The Icelandic Festival of Manitoba kicked off in the Exchange District with the Viking tryouts. Willing or not so willing participants were asked to perform feats such as that distinctive Viking roar, donning a helmet with horns, drinking a shot of strong coffee, sounds so tough, or eating, some hard fisker. Completing those tasks earned you the title of Honorary Viking. Organizers say there is something for everyone at the fest.
And we have lots of folks coming from Iceland. We have Icelandic choirs, Icelandic relatives, Icelandic friends, and just tourists coming here to Manitoba.
The festival will be held in Gimli from July 29th to August 1st. It includes a jazz concert, an alternative fringe festival, and fireworks on the beach.
More patrols and more safety. The downtown Winnipeg Biz is adding 10 new watch ambassadors to city streets this year in hopes of protecting the public downtown. As CTV's Stacey Ashley reports, their presence is expected to go a long way.
You can hear the thousands of cheers, people coming out in droves for concerts. One of the countless festivals in the Exchange.
Puck is fed out to McIver, he shoots, score!
And soon the return of the NHL. Huge crowds coming to the city's core for entertainment, more than ever before. It's estimated 13.5 million each year.
No matter what time, day or evening, we'd like all Winnipeggers and all visitors to feel safe in our downtown.
On Wednesday, Downtown Biz announcing 10 new watch ambassadors to patrol specifically around evening events.
We talk about the expansion of the convention center. I could go on and on and on. But just to, we need more people out on the street and to deal with some of the social issues and challenges that we have.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it will be more eyes looking at the security and safety of, general public.
On the street, most happy to hear of an increased presence. Many hoping the move will attract more businesses too.
Having the extra security is going to drive the very best clients that Winnipeg has to offer downtown.
Still others believe the key to change is having the extra 10 members out around the clock, not just during concerts and game days.
I think this should be on all the time. Actually, a friend of mine that I work with got attacked just walking from a client to the office.
Funding the 10 ambassadors will cost $200,000 a year. Over the last 7 days, there have been 7 robberies, 2 thefts, and 1 sexual assault in the downtown core.
Safety plays a huge role in the perception of our downtown, and it needs to be addressed.
The Downtown Biz is adding more patrol staff to walk the beat to help people feel safer at night.
10 patrol officers will be deployed to the high traffic areas in the downtown between 3:30 and 11:30 at night. That's in addition to the 14 members already patrolling the streets during the day.
During the day, it's not too bad, but in the evening, I think it would bring families downtown more and people if there was more of a presence.
You can never have enough protection, so I mean, the extra people is always going to help.
While they won't have the power to arrest anyone, they will be equipped with a two-way radio they can use to call for help.
We need more people out on the street and to deal with some of the social issues and challenges that we have.
Officials say crime has gone down in the city center, but the vagrancy problem is still an issue. It's hoped the additional patrol officers will help make downtown more attractive for families, whether it's going to a concert or sold-out hockey games at the MTS Center. But some businesses say they too would like to feel safer.
Just about every optical store that doesn't have bars or shades or whatever has been broken into downtown.
Nikki Goldsman says her business has been broken into 4 times since last May, the most recent just 2 weeks ago. She'd like to see more staff patrolling the streets overnight.
I'd say about 2 to 6 before the buses, just when the buses start running. It's that time when the buses stop running that it becomes much more dangerous.
The Downtown Biz says there are no plans to extend the hours at this time, but a security network website has been set up to connect businesses with police to address their concerns.